Paul, how do you deal with the problems and pressure that you face now? Yes. Okay, so a lot of you don't know that I do have a lot of things that I am doing. Podcast, the podcast, and then work. Work is always going to be there. Okay, work is always going to be there. Hey runners, welcome to the Runaway podcast. This is a snippet from our live sessions. We go live to talk about anything under the sun with our community. Like us on Facebook at Runaway Podcast. Tune in every Friday at 10 p.m. PHT. I think one of the common ways that I really handle my stress. Hey, you're not. Hindi, okay? What you're thinking is not what I do. Okay? What you're thinking is not what I do. Thank you. Alright, so, looking for that. Alright. Yes, so I do a lot of thinking. Sabi nga ni Steve. Who's Steve? Sabi nga ni Steve is sit down on the thinking chair and think. Because when we use our minds and take one step at a time, we can do anything. Go ahead. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. Oh, other than a lot of thinking, of course, quiet time. I value my silence more than anything. A lot of my coworkers actually get scared when I'm very quiet. Like, lo, tahimik yan sa pool, lo. Like, no. My goodness. Okay, and of course, kung walang COVID, I would like to saunter. That's saunter, S-A-U-N-T-E-R. Saunter. That's S-A-U-N-T-E-R. Saunter, word of the day, is a verb, and this is when you take long walks to distress. Yeah. And honestly, I'm really happy because most of the people in my life started seeing the value of that. Yun. So, I really appreciate na may mga friends ako sa buhay ko na sabihin, alam mo, di ko maintindihan kung bakit ka laging mahiling maglakad no high school, pero ngayon naintindihan ko na. And I'll be like, bakit? Sorry. I feel like I'm in an acting class. Like, I do voice impressions na, by the way. But, alam mo, like, di ko talaga maintindihan yung mga, paglalakad mo no high school. Pero ngayon, naintindihan ko na. Bakit? Kasi kapag, kunyari, nandyan yung risk ng pag-iinom, ayaw mo uminom kasi sasakit ulo tsaka tiyan mo. Ayaw mo naman din kumain kasi tataba ka. Ayaw mo naman din magkalat sa social media kasi madali lang naman mag-screenshot. So, ayun, maglalakad na lang ako. At least one, nakapag-exercise ako. Tapos, ayun, nawala na din yung iniisip ko. Yeah, amen. Yeah. I need a guest in the podcast. I need a guest in the podcast. Okay, there we go. And that's the end of the snippets. If you like what you heard, follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast, Runaway with Runaway Podcast.